on, guys? Thank y'all for coming back to another Truck a Minute. Today I'm going to be talking about uh driving is part mental and part skill. And basically, I'm gonna make this one short today, but I will say the mental side of driving is just like when you're driving a car. It's just like when you're driving a car. If if you if you have the mindset to be safe, you're gonna be safe. If you have mindset to be an idiot, you're gonna be an idiot. I don't care whether you're in a car or a truck. I mean, truck drivers do some of the dumbest things every day. And I'll speak on myself in that we do some dumb things on a daily basis. But of course, cars they they're the dumbest. And actually, I'll say this because if you ever talk to a state police and something happens and the driver if it just looks like the driver could have prevented something like it could have prevented it or something like that, I'm telling you, the state police gonna always say, well, you do this for a living and you should have known better, you should have been better. Now of course the law the law could say something totally different, you know. But it's to that state trooper's, to whatever he feels or he or she feels is is the thing when something does happen. So me talking about driving is part mental and part skill, and I'm just talking about the technical side of things. Um, Driving a truck, yeah, you have to be skilled. You have to be skilled, and skill comes through doing it. There's nobody can sit up here and say, "Oh, I started driving, I've been driving for 1 year and I know it all." Well, I know somebody like that, but he's stupid, and he think he knows more than people that's been doing it 3 or 4 times the time he's been doing it. Basically, with skill, it's time. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get. That's just like with anything. If you're a painter, the more you do it, you learn little tricks of the trade, the better you're gonna be. If you're an electrician, the longer you do it, the better you're gonna be. I mean, it's easy. You see electricians come in your house, and I remember one time I had a young man came in my house and he rewired a box outside, so I had to get a new box because a couple of the prongs uh where what are these things called? Where the breakers go in, was starting to burn out. Okay, so he literally rewired the whole house. I mean, he took all this stuff apart, and I'm seeing wires everywhere. And so I'm like, man, you gonna be able to remember where all that stuff go. He said, oh yeah, I do this every day. This is easy. And of course, like I said, he hooked it up, and he had it done within about 2 hours. I'm guessing it was maybe 3 hours. I think my lights was off for probably a good 30 minutes, I guess, 40 minutes. If it was that long, it might have not even been that long. But it just goes to show, man, if you whatever you do, when you put the time in, you're gonna be better. You're gonna be better. Now the mental side of it is if you go out in the morning and you or at night and you just have a bad attitude and you know all I know is they better get out of my way. And listen, man, I'm kind of guilty of some of that sometimes because people do some of the dumbest things, and it's even truck drivers do some dumb. I mean, it's just like, man, what do and sometimes I just have to look at them, you know, just give them the look like you stupid, man. You stupid. So I'm just saying, man, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to drive a truck. What I'm saying is, if you have a good mindset and always be willing to learn. Always be willing to learn, man. Because there's always somebody who'd have done something longer than you and is better than you. So be willing to learn. That's one thing about being a safe, effective truck driver, man. I don't know how else to say it. If you're one of those guys that I know it, I know that already. I know that. I mean, I have guys questioning me on different stuff like, You only been doing it for 2 years, man. 3 years at the most. You've been doing it. And you come questioning me about certain stuff and making it seem like you know better. And listen, sometimes that person, or whoever it could be, could know better. They could know a little bit more book stuff than you. But that's okay. And I don't get mad about it. But, if somebody is telling you something that you're doing wrong or that you can fix, then man, listen, do it. you know, because there's a lot of guys. They got guys out here been driving 40 years. They got guys out here been driving probably 50 years. And the funny thing about that is these guys, they know what they're doing. I mean, you can see them backing up and doing different maneuvers, and you just looking at them like, man, how in the world? Let me tell you something. I pulled doubles. Less than a year ago, I was pulling doubles, which I pulled doubles when I was around 25. I pulled doubles for a couple years. And look, man, I can't back a double up uh, 20 feet without that back trailer going another way. I have seen guys at FedEx. Let me tell y'all something. I have seen guys at FedEx back doubles up into the hole, into parking spaces. And I'm sitting up and look, I've been driving a long time, and I just feel like I said, man, and some of them guys I know was way younger than me. But what I'm saying is, the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if your mindset is right and you do it long enough, you're gonna get better. So when it comes down to, let me pull this up again. When it comes down to your skill, when it comes down to your skill and mental, both of those can make a really good truck driver. They can make a very bad truck driver. So remember what I just said: mental and skill. Okay, if your mental is right, that's the first thing you need to really get behind the wheel of a truck and do it successfully. Do it, and for me, I take it day to day. I don't look forward to next week and a week after next of what am I going to be. No, the day when I get in that truck, I'm going to that one load at a time, man. One load at I'm not thinking past my next stop. I'm not thinking past my next stop. I'm going to deliver this one, make sure everything is right on it, and I'm going to go to my next one. And so, in order to stay safe and stay efficient, because your efficiency is what really pays. Being able to get out here in these different places, man. Some places, I've driven all over the country, okay, and in Texas, let me tell you something. And I know Georgia and Atlanta is worse than this. I know it, you know. But the amount of cars that you see all day, all throughout the day, it's crazy. It's crazy. So you're dealing with a whole lot of different cars and a whole lot of different attitudes and people cutting you off and doing your mental has to be right. If your mental is not right, I'm telling you, man, if your mental is not right, you're gonna have a hard day, you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna be losing your hair. And look, stress is terrible on us as drivers. Stress is terrible. So basically, all I'm saying, man, is be cool behind the wheel. Don't take everything so serious. Uh, have fun. You know, hey, I tell y'all what, man, I appreciate talking to y'all. This truck a minute, I'm trying to get on this here, and I really want to start doing more teaching than anything on this channel. Um, and just mainly just out of experience. I mean, I'm not gonna pull books out and all that kind of stuff, but I will have other parts of the video that I'll show videos and different stuff like that. But look, a lot of times I'll just be talking about things. Look, if you like this content, man, like and subscribe. It helped me out. It helped this channel grow. And leave comments. Leave comments so we can have different discussions. If it's something that you want me to talk about, let's talk about it. You put it in the comments, and I'll go ahead and we'll talk about it. We'll open it up. So I appreciate y'all watching. I'll check y'all out on the next one. This truck a minute. See y'all.